frigid day in December, my friend Joe, who you've seen on the channel before, and an old army buddy, Ryan, went up to the 300-yard range to recreate some of the shots made by Confederate sharpshooters during the Battle of Gettysburg. And like usual, Private Snuffy is our brave volunteer, and he agreed to stand behind this stone wall out at 300 yards. But in Gettysburg, during the battle, right outside where the paper cartridges shop is today, Confederate sharpshooters were firing on Union troops up on Cemetery Hill between 300 and 500 yards away. And some of the sharpshooters were from Major Eugene Blackford's famous sharpshooter battalion. Those guys favored the pattern 1858 short infield rifle, and they tried to use imported English-made cartridges whenever they could get them. The poor Yankees of Howard's 11th Corps up on Cemetery Hill hunkered behind these short stone walls, and according to the marker up there on the battlefield, the Confederate fire was, quote, annoying. Ryan's P-58 is a 4-digit serial number Parker Hale reproduction, so it's old, but it has the correct 5-groove progressive depth rifling, just like the original rifles had at Gettysburg. And to make our experimental archaeology even more precise, he's shooting the same infield cartridges that the rebel sharpshooters would have used. So let's go shoot it. Good luck, Private Snuffy. So that is Private Snuffy out there behind the stone wall on Cemetery Hill. And we are up here on Baltimore Street. Here's our Rev sharpshooter with his 5-groove 2-band infield with English imported cartridges. And we're going to see if we can make Snuffy dance. Those have been through the ringer.
Yes, they have. From Gettysburg to Georgia and back to Pennsylvania.
One last round.
Well, Snuffy thinks that stone wall is going to save him.
Not today, it's not. Ready?
Ready.
All right.
Well, does Snuffy live?
He's gonna lose an arm.
He's going to lose an arm? Again? That's okay, we got more band-aids.
Left or right arm?
It's his left. You put him right in the armpit. You did a
Okay, that's where I was holding.
buster shot.
That's where I was holding.
Did a buster shot. Right above the band-aid.
Oh, right above the band-aid. Oh, jeez. Oh, Snuffy.
Do you have a big band-aid? Or you just stick one of those big patches over it?
Poor Snuffy.
That's unacceptable.
Right over the top of his head. That thing's pretty snappy though when it fires. You know, is that a hole at the very top edge of the target? Like the top?
Like a nick in there, yeah.
I think it went like an inch over the top of his kepi. Yeah, there's a hole at his head, like in the white of the. It's a half circle, so you clip the very top.
All right.
Yeah. Snuffy says you ain't got it. He feels perfectly safe.
Except for he can't wait with his left arm.
Says you couldn't hit an elephant at this distance.
Yeah. All right.
Shit, those Rebs really don't know how to shoot.
That one must have missed the top of the target by maybe an inch. I saw the dirt puff up behind his head again.
I'm going to hold low. I've been holding center mass. I am now going to hold at the brick wall. Do an offhand.
Oh, below the belt. Below the belt. Oh.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah,
That hurts.
man.
That's a low shot. Oh,
A low blow
that
in
was
all respects.
that was uncalled for.
Offhand, too. That was offhand.
You know, there was some unjust name calling there, but that didn't require that.
Oh, Snuffy. I don't know if a Band-Aid is going to fix that.
No more children for you.
Okay, you're doing it on purpose now. Same spot, like 2 inches to the right.
Really?
Yeah. He shot him below the belt 2 rounds in a row.
So is the son of a bitch, right?
Oh. This channel is for children.
Wait, are you talking about us?
Yes. Are you gonna keep firing offhand? Let me move the camera over so that all the YouTube naysayers can actually see that you are actually firing offhand. Yeah, see the 2 holes below his belt?
That's like a snake bite, one on each side.
Yes. I think that went left.
Right under his arm.
Oh, did it?
Yep, right there.
Oh yeah, it's right under his arm, right under his chicken wing.
All right.
Right under his neck.
Oh yeah, got him in the neck. Clavicle.
I bet you, and this is at 400. So I bet you at 300, this thing's probably spot on. Right now.
Probably in the dirt at 400.
No, I mean, if I were to drop this down to
I
300.
think he'd be in the dirt.
Yeah.
How far?
Here,
low
let's
is-
shoot one more. Let's see. Let's drop it down to 300.
Remember how pristine this thing was when you first spotted it?
All right.
Alright, here we
good.
Where do you want me to hold?
It's Sam. Got a stone wall, and we'll see how high or low. Probably hit the kill cam. Yep. In front of his feet.
Wow.
So that is a perfect illustration of the trajectory of these.
That's
You're
pretty
not-
significant.
You're hitting at one range. If you move your sights back 100 yards, you're missing. Like, yeah.
That's pretty significant. And
That is
well,
big.
these are close to full service charges, but
Yeah.
not a full long.
Well, it's shoots and powder, right?
yes.
Yeah.
No. Shits and powder.
We won't be getting any sponsorships now. So very quickly, I can't resist making some observations on the ballistics and the trajectory. You might remember Ryan mentioned that his sights were set at 400, but Private Snuffy was out there at 300. So you might wonder what is going on here. Well, Ryan's cartridges have 62 grains of Schutzen powder, and without disparaging Schutzen any more than we already have, Schutzen uses a different form of charcoal than the historic English military powder, and that just makes it less energetic, about 15% lower volume of propellant gas for the same weight. So the powder that we're shooting is a little weaker. Now, Swiss powder is made with the same charcoal the original British powder is made with, but I don't have a sponsor, so us poor people have to shoot what we can get. So we're shooting weaker powder and a 62 grain load, while the British military load was 68 grains. So what this means in the end, the bullet velocity is slower. It might be as much as 150, maybe 200 feet per second slower at the muzzle. And that's why we have to set the sights at 400 in order to drop the bullets into Snuffy at 300. So when Ryan moved his sights down to 300, I told him, I said, you were going to be in the dirt. And of course, that's where the bullet went. Though it did bounce up, it shattered Snuffy's rifle stock. But in a modern rifle, so think like the M16 I went to basic with, if you change the sights from 400 to 300, that will move the bullet impact down on the target about 11 inches. So if you are still aiming center mass, you're going to hit about at the waist belt level. But with a rifle musket, the bullet drop changes about 6 feet when you move your sights from 400 to 300. So you're going to get a bullet landing in the dirt in front of the target, exactly like what happened here. And this is why so many Civil War officers told their troops, aim low. You know, it's better to bounce one in than shoot over their heads and miss entirely. And if you want to know even more about all these nerdy details of Civil War rifle trajectories, I made a video a while ago with Joe. I'll put the link in the description or here if I can figure out how to put it in the video. But what's the final takeaway? So even with these slower velocity bullets, Ryan still riddled poor Private Snuffy with a lot of lead, and even the misses were really, really uncomfortably close. I think this fire would definitely qualify as annoying. So, once again, this accurate, effective fire at 300 yards is only possible with a rifle musket. It would not have been possible with the old smoothbore. So in the 1850s and 1860s, the paradigm is changing really fast. Anyway, I promise to keep this short. I'm Brett from papercartridges.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.